Hi Ron, you're off to a solid start here. You've got your imagery picked out, fonts picked out, starting to lay these out in ways that are a bit interesting. Typography. We learned about using fonts that that are different than each other and don't visually fight against each other. And here we've got a script font, here we got a script font, and they really are fighting against each other. Here we have a sans serif font, here we have a serif font. I would suggest picking one serif font, one script font. If you want to use a sans serif font, go with that. Too, but using two script fonts, two serif fonts, really causes some visual conflict. Also on the grid poster, you're starting to establish some good horizontal and vertical lines of alignment. But watch these centered bits of text. If you're going to put things on a grid, make sure that the text is aligned to the grid too. So this aligns with this, and that's all great. But this seems to be centered within its own box and has no reference to some of the other text here. Also, think about visual hierarchy. This is roughly the same size as this visually, this and this and this. Text, this is the same size, this, and this are all roughly the same size and are all fighting for attention. The eye doesn't know where to go to first. So make sure you make it obvious to the viewer what you want them to notice. I would limit the illustrations down to 1, the images down to 1, make it huge. I would decide what's the most important thing on the poster for the text and make that huge so we know what you want us to see first. And then put everything else in support of that, okay? Freeform poster is mostly just centered information here. Again, we've got conflicting fonts, 2 different script fonts, 2 different sans serif fonts. Limited it down to 1 script font, 1 serif font, excuse me, and I've got the nice big image here. Let's get some really big text here. If it's the title of the shop, it can go at an angle, it can go across it at a diagonal, really huge, running off the page. What the freeform poster allows you to do is to compose using, trying to most effectively communicate the message. So without constraint. So think about ways that you can really tell the viewer what you want them to know and do it visually. Getting everything centered, as we learned, I think it was last week, doesn't have much to do with designing. It has to do with centering. So please make your revisions. I'm going to send these back to you. Make your revisions and then send them back to me for a grade, okay?